Digging into the data, what are some of the key metrics that you look at?
Well, it's so funny having you ask me this because I should be asking you. But since I'm the one being interviewed, I mean, when you really boil it down to the people who are watching, just think about it. Like, what do you think YouTube wants? Like, to me, I think YouTube just wants people to click on a video and watch it, right? I mean, that's how they get their ad revenue. That's how they keep viewers happy and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure comments, like stuff like that. But at the end of the day, they want you to click, watch the video, click, watch a video, and just do that as long as possible. So to me, what's important is click-through rate, getting people to click on your video, and then average view duration, average view percentage, or just relative retention, and having them watch it. If people are clicking your video more than they click other videos, and they're watching it longer than they watch other videos, I just, as simplistic as that is, that's like what YouTube wants, and I think that's how you just be successful.
Yeah, so I think you hit it right on in terms of what we look at. Our goals with the algorithm are to try to find videos each viewer is gonna engage with. But then another thing that we've been getting more into is what we call satisfaction, and so this is kind of recognizing the fact that yes, we optimize and try to have watch time as one of the key metrics we look at, but we also know that not all watch time is equally valuable to the person watching. You can spend 15 minutes watching something and then feel like, meh, I just kind of wasted my time. I should have gone to bed earlier or did something else. Or maybe it was like really inspiring and changes your life somehow, and we want to be able to capture that difference. And so the way we do that is with surveys. So
I knew you were about to say that. Yep.
Yeah, so I would add that to what you're saying beyond like clicking on the video and then watching as much as possible. We also want, if we randomly survey a viewer after they've watched, what would they say? Would they say this is one of the best videos I've ever watched on YouTube, or just kind of average? So I'd encourage creators to think about what's going to be satisfying, not just take the most time. So why don't you tell us a little bit about like your creative process? How does it all start with the MrBeast video?
Well, obviously everything starts with an idea. And for me, I like to make my videos a little longer. So that's a big part of what ideas we do. So we just, the biggest thing is obviously a clickable thumbnail and title, interesting stuff, yada, yada. But is it something that people will genuinely want to watch? And this might be a little tangent, but one thing is a lot of creators think click-through rate is just like the title and thumbnail and did they click it, but a lot of it too is did they enjoy your last video? You know what I mean? Like, because if someone watches a video of yours and they loved it, you can bet the next time you're recommended, their chance of clicking is a lot higher, So it's like, is it something that can be entertaining for a long time? Is it something that if they watch this next time, they see a video of mine, will they be excited? Like, I loved that last one, so I want to watch the next one. Like those two type of things. And then obviously, is it just interesting and clickable? And so that for, ideation, that's obviously the first and foremost.
Is there anything that you think is unique to how you film or your editing process that...
Well, I guess we start with filming. For me, and it might not always show, trust me, I know I might sound like I'm coming across as a know-it-all. I swear, I'm still learning stuff every day. When filming, though, I like to try to just put it, I feel like a lot of creators have a mindset of like, how can I get the most views with the least amount of time? And I'm not saying that's wrong, because obviously I have that mindset sometimes too, but I try to, when filming, put in as much work, even if it's like a 15-second part of a video, even if that one little part will take like 10 hours,
Wow.
But like hypothetically, right? But that 15 seconds is like, wow, like that's great. Like I feel like viewers genuinely notice when you go the extra mile. And so with filming, it's just like trying to make sure we're doing everything we can, no matter how expensive it is, no matter how much time it takes, to make the best video possible so they have the best experience. And so they want to, obviously watch more videos because that's what you want the viewers to do. And then with editing, just no dull moments, have a good hook at the beginning. Some minor tips I could give is like, if I do a video like Last Sleep Circle wins 10 grand, obviously people are going to watch to the end because they want to see who won the money. So you could apply that to your videos. If somehow you could have a payoff at the end, then, more people are going to watch to the end just to see what happened. And just obviously don't cut out all dull moments, try not to over-explain things. If a camera just sits on me and I'm just talking for 20 seconds, it doesn't hold retention as well as, maybe me talking and other footage popping up. There's things like that if you just, there's literally in your analytics, and most of you probably know this, audience retention. You can see where people click off. Just literally go through your last 50 videos, write down where everyone clicked off, and then just don't do those things again.
How do you keep things fresh and engaging over time? You uploaded, 100 videos last year?
Somewhere, probably lower, probably like 70 to 80. But
okay.
Yeah. Again, I'm not perfect, so I don't do a great job of it, but, I like to end a series or a challenge on a high note. Like, you can just kind of tell when people are getting a little tired of it, or, I just gave away $1 million, so let's take hand off of it. So now if I do last to do blank wins 10 grand, it's just not really the same effect. But I'm still going to maybe occasionally do it, but it's just like, to keep things fresh, just, again, it's hard because so many of them are different. Like, if they're a Fortnite creator, I'm not trying to tell them to switch games every month, because then that might kill their career. But for me, I just like to, don't milk a series too hard. You know what I mean? Keep it fresh and always try to introduce things here and there. And then if it works well, take it and run with it for a little bit, then introduce something else new. Because if I just did Last Elite videos nonstop for the next 3 years, like, no one would watch me. Everyone would be like, we've seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you mentioned to me that you actually spend a lot of your time on brainstorming.
Yeah, ideas.
So is that like a regular thing?
Yeah, at the end of the day, like, the idea is a big part of the video, not even just from clicking it, but whether or not people watch it. If you're spending 24 hours in a corner, that's just not as entertaining as spending 24 hours in a jail cell. And at the end of the day, like, the only difference there is the idea. It's not the content. It's like, it's what you formulated beforehand. So yeah, like, I like to spend an hour a day. It's dwindled recently. We have a lot of ideas, but if you spend an hour a day thinking of ideas, it's pretty hard to not expect your channel to do better, unless you're just not executing them properly. But
all right, so you're uploading a lot of videos. How do you keep from burning out?
Like, if there's something that, like, I genuinely just don't want to get out of bed and do, that's a problem. And at the end of the day, it's just keeping it enjoyable. So I have Chris and Chandler, if you've seen my videos, they're really fun to be around. So, like, spending 24 hours in a desert by myself would be miserable. But spending 24 hours with my boys and just hanging out and stuff like that makes it so much more fun. So for me, this might not apply to like 90% of you, but for me, creating an environment that's fun, that I get excited for, and then, outsourcing things that just make me not want to get out of bed, I don't know a different way to phrase it, that's what has helped, long term make me stay motivated. So 2 years ago is when I brought Chris on and finally got a little bit of help, but for like the first 6-7 years, it was all me. If we are getting a little deep, it was pretty hard, like, because, like, all throughout high school, people would tell me I was too obsessed and told me, like, you shouldn't spend so much time on this. My mom and I fought constantly because, like, I just wanted to make videos instead of doing schoolwork. And when I dropped out of college, she kicked me out. My mom's, like, really sweet and she cares about me, but she's like, go to college or leave. And I was like, I guess I have to leave. So it was a lot of ups and downs, and every part of the way, to me, because I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. I couldn't see a life where I wasn't a YouTuber. It was either I'm a YouTuber and happy, or I'm sad. Those are like the only two outcomes. So I just kept making videos and persevering, and a big thing is I tried to connect with other YouTubers, because a lot of what I know and what I've gone over, I wouldn't know without other YouTubers. So I would constantly spam like a dozen YouTubers a day, and like the first few people that I finally got in contact with, I learned so much off of, and they helped me understand how to make an entertaining video and stuff like that.
So how do you think about MrBeast and your channel now as a business? Has that shifted in a big way?
It's a lot of what we're doing now. If you really, this definitely won't apply to too many people, but it's just a big logistical nightmare. Like, I want to put a basketball court in a cloud. I want to play basketball in the clouds. So it'd be cool if we lifted a court in a cloud so it looked like we were playing on a cloud. Like, dude, I don't know, like, what, you get 4 helicopters? It's just like, right now the company, we're more of a logistics company than, so it's just been pretty crazy. The videos just have kept getting bigger and stuff.